Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andre Angelkowski. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to determine whether an area is worth investing in. What are the market drivers and the market influencers in that area that you are looking to buy in? So if you focus on these and understand what the difference is, then you'll have a much better idea going into this area and being confident to say, I know that this area is good for the long term. So, examples of market drivers. A market driver is something that will directly impact supply and demand in a real estate market. So a market driver, an example is GDP growth, or job growth, or population growth. Those are three major market drivers. Other examples of market drivers would be transportation. What's the transportation like in your area? Is it accessible to downtown Toronto, for example? The Toronto Beaches has many transportation. The Danforth subway line, the Queen Street streetcars, has access to the Don Valley Parkway, the Gardiner Expressway. And they're improving these as well. They're adding new lines for streetcars, and they're adding new LRT machines that will actually make it the ride more smoother with air conditioning. So those are transportation impacts. Other market drivers would be average rents. How does your area compare to the average of Toronto, for example? Is it above Toronto's average? But then again, you have to look even deeper than that. An average is just an average. You have to look specifically at your niche market, your niche neighborhood. How is it performing with respect to the average? Are you above average, below average? Who are your tenants? Who are your potential buyers? So those are key market drivers to focus on when looking at an area. So market influencers. What is a market influencer? They are something that temporarily affects a real estate market. Doesn't necessarily impact the supply and demand. So some examples would be interest rates. Interest rates don't necessarily impact supply and demand, but they may impact them temporarily, but it's not a long-term impact. Other influencers would be finance, how the banks are lending their money. Are they tight? Are they being very conservative? Are they just opening up their arms and saying, here, take the money at will? So how are the banks lending their money? Another influencer would be foreign investors. So are there a lot of foreign investors coming into the market and buying up a lot of real estate? If so, that might be a temporary influence on the real estate market. Another would be alternative investments. For example, how are RSPs, GICs, bonds, etc.? How are they currently compared to the real estate market? Which one's giving a better return? So if you focus on those and understand the difference between a market driver versus a market influencer, it would be a lot better for you to get an idea of what your neighborhood or what your area that you want to invest in, how it's going to perform for you for the long term. That's what you want to focus on.